Wait, CBS, you're telling me Hunter's laptop's real now? And Joe Biden's the big guy? I thought this was just one big conspiracy theory. Now, I'm old enough to remember a time when you weren't even allowed to talk about Hunter's laptop.
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it. You want to talk about...
Well, because it can't be verified.
You want to talk about insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me, they found the laptop. Leslie.
It can't be verified.
What can't be verified?
The laptop.
It was only the election that was on the line, Leslie. No big deal. And now the story's getting too big for even CBS to contain. With the Biden family looking down the barrel of a serious congressional investigation, CBS is having a sudden change of heart. Watch.
And as Republicans take control of the House, Hunter Biden, the president's son, will be a target for investigations. And that means data from a laptop reported to belong to Biden could be crucial to the investigatory process. CBS News has obtained its data not through a third party or political operative, but directly from the source who told us they provided it to the FBI under subpoena. And we commissioned an independent forensic review to determine its authenticity. Senior investigative correspondent Catherine Harris joins us now with what we found. Catherine, I'm very interested. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. These House Republican investigations are coming, and that could be a challenge for the White House as we head into 2023 and 2024. The laptop data we had analyzed showed no evidence it was faked or tampered with.
Digital forensic investigator Mark Lanterman was previously a member of a Secret Service electronic crimes task force.
There was one thing that got my attention, and that was a voicemail.
It's Dad. I called to tell you I love you. I love you more than the whole world. Hell. Can I get some help?
That voicemail, apparently from Joe Biden during his son Hunter's drug addiction, is one of many findings Lanterman used to authenticate what is believed to be Hunter Biden's laptop data.
You're confident, based on your analysis, this is Hunter Biden's data and that it's real?
Yes.
This Delaware computer shop is where the laptop's backstory begins. Their records indicate in April 2019, Hunter Biden took his laptop in for repair, but never paid. After 90 days, the store considered it abandoned. Then in December 2019, the FBI subpoenaed the store's owner to turn over the computer and a portable drive of its data.
Whatever happened to Hunter?
During the 2020 election, versions were widely shared by Republican operatives, including Rudy Giuliani.
We have the entire hard drive.
But questions were raised about whether additional files were added to those versions. Then candidate Biden labeled the laptop controversy disinformation.
What he's accusing me of is a Russian plant.
CBS News approached the lawyer for the computer repair shop owner to cut through the noise.
We've always had one clean copy.
And obtained a copy of what he says they provided the FBI under subpoena. Then we went to Minneapolis for an independent analysis.
Were you paid by CBS or anyone else to analyze the data?
No. I wouldn't want anyone to think that someone bought our opinion.
Around the corner, it'll lead you to what we call our imaging room.
Lanterman and his son Sean, both digital forensic experts, recovered images of credit cards, a driver's license, social security number.
Just the sheer volume of what we're dealing with, it would be difficult, if not impossible, to fabricate.
And explained how files built up over years.
It accumulated over time, which is consistent with normal, everyday use of a computer.
There's some reporting about folders being added.
We have read these articles. We don't see that. So I believe that that's because we have a more pristine copy.
The laptop and its contents have fueled Republican interest in Hunter Biden's business ventures.
Hunter Biden was working with Chinese nationals.
They say this May 2017 email outlining a proposed business deal with a Chinese energy firm is one reason why they have questions about whether President Biden benefited.
We're prepared to subpoena Hunter Biden. We would certainly hope that he would want to come
before the committee and clear his name?
Two of Hunter Biden's former business partners, including Tony Bobulinski, who received the email, told CBS News the 10 held by H for the big guy is shorthand for 10% held by Hunter for his father. After the email became public in 2020, the author of the email told the Wall Street Journal Joe Biden was not involved. The author has not responded to CBS News' questions. Mr. Biden has consistently denied knowledge of his son's work or financially benefiting from it.
I've never spoken to my son about this.
Last month, Senator Chuck Grassley wrote this letter alleging bank records and financial data showed that Hunter Biden and the president's brother profited from a $5 million wire from a company connected to CEFC, the Chinese energy firm.
They're going to look at every part of the Joe Biden administration.
Doug High is a Republican strategist.
A lot of this is also going to be aggressive on Hunter specifically. We're going to hear a lot about the laptop. Who profited? Was the law broken? Was it not broken?
After 2 years of scrutiny, the laptop has not produced evidence President Biden directly benefited from his son's business deals.
If there's dirt there, that will dirty him up. If not, those attacks can backfire.
The White House declined to comment. Hunter's lawyer did not address our specific questions about the data or the CBS forensic review, but said there have been multiple attempts to hack, infect, distort, and peddle misinformation regarding Mr. Biden's devices and data. And at no time did any individual, including the IT repair shop owner, Mr. McIsaac, have Mr. Biden's consent to access his computer data or share it with others.
CBS. You're telling me Hunter's laptop's real now? And Joe Biden's the big guy? I thought this was just one big conspiracy theory. Well, Primetime reached out to Leslie Stahl at CBS and asked her if she'd be apologizing to the former president for insisting the laptop couldn't be verified. And we haven't heard back. I'm starting to realize Democrat October surprises are all hoaxes and Republican October surprises are all true. You just have to wait until after the election to find out. And to have a free and fair election, you kind of need to know the truth before the election. That way voters can make an honest assessment and not have any regrets. But let's look at the bright side. If the media didn't bury the laptop, Joe Biden would have never been able to give his granddaughter the wedding of her dreams. The one this weekend where Hunter's daughter was able to tie the knot on the South Lawn. Did Hunter even pay for the wedding? Because earlier this year, his sugar brother had to pay back $2 million in back taxes for him. And buried in the reporting of the wedding, Hunter's daughter, Naomi, you know, the one who just got married, has been living on the third floor of the White House since the summer. Who else from the Biden family is living at the White House that we don't know about? Is Corn Pop crashing in the Lincoln bedroom? I guess since Hunter is dead broke, President Biden probably had to pony up the cash for his granddaughter's wedding. That's okay. It's just as long as the big guy gets 10% of the wedding gifts, everyone's happy. Wouldn't be the first time Biden got a cut of the china. But back to business. When is the White House finally going to tell the truth about this?
Can you address whether the president was involved in any of his son, Hunter, or his brother's foreign business deals?
So look, there's a little bit of interesting, kind of on-brand thinking here.
Clay Travis is the host of Clay Travis, a Buck Sexton show, and he joins us now. Do you give the CBS any credit at all for finally coming around to verifying this thing, or is it just it's too little too late?
It's too little too late, Jesse. I mean, look, this is absolutely ridiculous. Anybody with a functional brain for 2 years has known that this was 100% real. Give credit to Miranda Devine. She wrote an entire book about it, Laptop from Hell. And you could go look at this stuff widely distributed all over the internet yourself. And remember, I love that clip you showed of Leslie Stahl because it perfectly illustrates how much willful blindness there was on behalf of CBS. She said they couldn't authenticate it. All they did was go find some random guy in Minneapolis and say, hey, can you confirm this is real? But they waited 2 years. They waited till after the midterms had already happened, Jesse. And they did it in the perfect correspondence here. They also, CBS said, Twitter's not safe enough anymore. We've paused all our activity on Twitter, which I think is a perfect connection here. And then they come running back after 48 hours when they realize that there's actually nothing that people care about on CBS if they can't distribute it through the internet and through Twitter. So the whole company is a sham. Let's be honest. They're a joke.
So, like, CBS has never really needed to verify anything before reporting it. I mean, they reported garbage about Trump and Russia for 2 years. If they actually had to wait to verify every single thing they reported, they wouldn't have reported any of the hoax that they've reported. All of a sudden now, when it hurts somebody, they have these incredibly high journalistic standards that takes 2 years to nail down. You're not buying that.
Leslie Stahl should be ashamed and embarrassed, Jesse. And credit to you guys for reaching out. She should have to speak out on this. And credit to Donald Trump for sharing that clip of what was, if you remember, a very contentious 60 Minutes interview. His side went ahead and grabbed everything. But he was asking the question that is the most paramount associated with Joe Biden's election, and that is, has he been co-opted, taken over effectively based on all these business shenanigans that Hunter was involved in? And remember, I think this is important, Jesse. Look, what Hunter Biden did and his proclivities with prostitutes and drugs and all the felonies that he committed are fine, right? Like, he should be charged with crimes there. But what we're directly talking about here is the evidence that Joe Biden was complicit in those crimes. And that is what people have tried to deny from the moment this laptop came out. I thought the New York Post did a good job of not just going after all the salacious porn videos that are out there and focusing on 10% for the big guy, on the relationship of Joe Biden himself with the Biden family criminal enterprise. It's all there. This guy, I believe they're starting to toss him to the Lions because this is an advantage of winning the House, Jesse. Finally, it's going to be almost impossible to ignore all the complicity and all the lies.
Pour ceux qui veulent soutenir notre travail, les liens sont en description.
Vous n'avez pas entendu parler du Facteur?
Des nouvelles du Facteur